Welcome to today's live training. I'm going to walk you through how to profit in 2026 using this brand new free tool called the Options Trading Toolbox. But before we get into the fun stuff, as always, legal disclaimer, I'm going to show you results. You're going to see things. You're going to see trade ideas. All that does not mean you'll be able to generate the same returns. You might do worse. You might do better. Trading is risky. This is only for educational purposes. Please consult a professional before placing a trade. All right, let's dive in. What are you going to be learning in today's short training session? I'm going to keep it short, but super value packed as it is a Saturday, and I want you guys to be able to go enjoy it with family. But today, in this short training, we will walk you through all of the tools inside of the options trading toolbox and how to specifically use each one to profit in 2026. I will do a screen share to show you how I personally plan on using this software in 2026. So you can see from a real perspective, real workflow of how I use it. And at the end, I will open up to Q&A so you get all your questions answered. And I will also accept any feature requests if you have them as well. So I hope you're excited for that. Let's dive right in. So what is this new tool? It's called the Options Trading Toolbox. This is the all-in-one tool that I created for options traders. And you might be wondering, what is this? Why did I create it? I created this tool just sitting down. Literally the last 3 months it's taken me to build this, so quite a long time. I started in October. So October, November, now December to fully put this together. And there's three main reasons. Number one, I've been using back testers for a very long time. I love back testers. But the thing is, there were some things that I wanted that others didn't offer. So I was like, perfect. If I build my own back tester, then I can add the right entry and exit rules that I want. I can add certain features that I've been wanting and all that stuff. So that was my first one. The second reason was because I wanted to give options traders a one-stop shop for everything. I know that I've gone all over the internet to get max pain data, to get GEX data, to look at a screener, to look at trade ideas. Like when I was starting trading, I had to go to so many different websites. It was crazy. And so I want to put everything into one for you guys so that it's all in one place. Not only is it all in one place, but it's free. And so that's what the Options Trading Toolbox is. And then last but not least, this is obviously a very selfish reason, but I wanted another traffic source for the options auto trader. If you're not familiar, I run a software that allows you to automate your options trading called the Options Auto Trader. And so hopefully you use this free tool, like it a lot and be like, wow, this guy is cool. And then eventually use my automation tool called the Options Auto Trader. Anyways, enough on that. What does this free site replace? It replaces tools like Option Omega backtesting. It replaces Option Strat because we have our own strategy builder, profit options calculator, things like that. It replaces order flow because we give you access to live order flow. It replaces quant data because we give you historical data that I pay literally almost $1,000 a month for, but I'm covering the cost of that. You guys get live data, historical data all for free. Market Chameleon, you're now able to search for option screeners, unusual options activity, option plays. We give you access to trade ideas. So literally all these software items here and more are all replaced by this one free tool. So first thing I need you guys to do before we get into this is create a free account. You can scan the QR code here or go to optionstradingtoolbox.com, spelled out, no gaps, no spaces, just optionstradingtoolbox.com, and create a free account. You can use most of the site without having to create an account, but if you want to use all of the tools, then you need an account. So go do that. You can easily do name, email, password, or you can sign up with Discord, Google, Apple, whatever it is to quickly get connected. So go do that and do that as I'm walking through these tools so that when we do it live, you can actually walk through it with me. Okay. Let's walk through all the tools inside of it though. My first and favorite tool is the options backtester. Too many traders are trading options without knowing when it works, why it works, what markets does this strategy work in, and all those things. So I now created a backtester primarily built for long-term options traders because that's the type of trading I like. Where you can backtest these strategies and you're able to now visually see what markets does this strategy perform best in? And what will this tell you? This will tell you when you should be trading that strategy, how you can tweak the strategy to make it better, and all these things. There's even one-click buttons to turn these backtests into bots if you want to as well. So this options backtester is truly amazing. I love it, and it's only getting better. I have plans. I have a whole list of ways to make this better. But for the bare minimum, this initial launch, it's there for you guys for free. Yes, the first ever free options backtester. Most of these things are like $1,000 a year. but you're getting it for free. So I hope you enjoy that. Merry Christmas. But not only that, we also have the option screener. What is this? The option screener helps you find particular options that are doing very well based on the criteria you're looking for. Maybe earnings is coming up. Maybe dividends are coming up. Maybe you just want to look for the options that are doing the best, growing the most today, have the greatest price increase, or whatever it is. You can do all that by looking for single options of some of the most popular assets. We're literally tracking almost 3 million options contracts right now. So we are searching through so many different options contracts and keeping them up to date with real prices, real time, all that stuff. And so you get access to that. So if you want to look for the best option for you, no matter what you're doing, selling a put, selling a call, buying, whatever, you can do that through the option screener. But not only that, there's also a strategy screener. So I took it one step further. If you ever use a tool like Market Chameleon or other option screeners, they not only give you access to screen single options, but also screen by strategies. So yes, we're tracking over like 3 million different options contracts in the option screener, but the strategy screener using our algorithm finds the way to combine the best strike prices, the best expiration dates, to get you some killer trade setups. So it shows you strategies like call credit spread trades, put credit spread trades, and iron condors. So you can instantly search for, hey, I want a probability of profit of 90%, and I want a return on capital of over 10%. And that way you can just boom, just like that, filter for a defined risk strategy that has those exact criteria. It tells you the strike prices to enter, the expiration dates, and everything. So once again, this is all 100% free to use. So I hope you enjoy it. Merry Christmas. All right. Those are the three biggest tools, being the screeners and the back testers. Now, the trade ideas, I've been trading for over 8 years now. I've blown up 2 accounts when I started. I went through all the trial and error of everything you could do. And now that I've been trading consistently here for the last 3 years, I found some strategies that just work very well. And I program those strategies into here to generate trade ideas on a daily basis. These are things like opening range breakout strategies, long-term spreads, long-term short puts, and things like that. And now you can even filter these trade ideas based on, hey, I want a bullish strategy, a bearish strategy. I want this probability profit, this return on risk, whatever it is, you can filter by it. Now, unlike other Discords that you may be paying upwards of $200 a month for, this one shows you all the stats behind the trade to put on. But not only that, it walks you through, as you'll see here in a second, the strategy it's using and an explanation, a reason why, a paragraph explaining why this is a good trade right now in this market. So unlike other people who just post trade ideas and you don't know why, this one actually explains it. Not only that, we have gamma exposure. This is one that I used way back in the day, probably closer to 2019 is when I used more of the gamma exposure, mainly Max Payne. My YouTube videos might still be up on it from 2018, 2019, but regardless, you can now access gamma exposure and all the data behind that on this site for free. I know that you can go online and try to find it, and they only show you SPX for free. You have to pay for other tickers. You have access to literally searching for any ticker you want for the gamma exposure. Now, you might be wondering, what does this show me? You don't have to read this chart. I made it so simple to use that if you have no idea what gamma is, just look at these 4 main cards at the top. Total gamma can tell you what's going on, if it's positive or negative. Max Payne, this shows you by the time these contracts expire, which you can see here, 30 DTE. So the next month is expecting this stock, SPY, to end at $683. So now you know, hey, there's a high likelihood that the market will end at this price. It also shows you the put wall, a primary support level the market is at. It shows you a call wall, which shows you the resistance level. So no more having to draw out these lines. You can instantly know based on volume, based on options, based on gamma data, where support is, where resistance is, and where it's likely to finish the day at. So that shows you all there in one place. Next is the put to call ratio. This shows you a lot of great information if you know how to read it. For instance, it shows us if they're primarily bearish or bullish at a certain expiration date, shows us how much conviction there is in that move, how much open interest there is. And I'll show you more about how to use this here in a second, but you also get access to put to call ratios for all expiration dates here for any ticker, again, for free. You also get access to the options calculator, which is basically a tool to help you visualize the profit and loss. You can put in your trade details. Hey, I entered this ticker at this price, this options contract, and it will construct a profit graph. So you can see if you're using maybe Tastytrade's analysis or you're using Thinkorswim's profiling. It's like that, and allows you to create profit and loss payoff graphs based on your actual trade details. Not only that, we have a dark pool tracker. There are so many sites right now providing dark pool order tracking, and they charge anywhere from 50 to 200 bucks a month. I thought, why not give you access to that data for completely free? And so that's what this dark pool orders is. It shows you at a high level overview how much volume has been done through dark pool orders today, if they're mainly bullish or bearish flows, and the average premium. It also charts it out on the chart to show you where these orders are happening on specific tickers. I'll be walking you through that here when I do a screen share though, but dark pool tracking is now no longer behind a paywall, and it's now completely free for you guys to access at the optionstradingtoolbox.com. Last but not least is the insider trading. So if you want to track Republicans and Democrats in both the House and the Senate, you can track their trading. Obviously, the most important ones is seeing what are they buying now. They're selling, and they could be selling short, they could be selling to get rid of, but buying a good one to see. And you can just track what these people are doing in real time. This will not really contribute to any real trades unless you're wanting to actually copy the stock trades of these people, but it is super fun to see. Not only that, there is a Discord. So if you haven't seen yet, inside our Options Auto Trader Discord, there's a new channel and section dedicated to the options trading toolbox, where every single hour of the day, it's sharing the top back tests, the top screener results, the top trade ideas, top gamma exposure, so that even if you don't want to go to the site, you can get access to all that data there inside of Discord. So you can also chat with other traders about it there. So it's all there for you in one place. Now, there are limits on these tools in order to keep it free. Like I mentioned, this is a completely free tool for you to use. And I bet 95% of you will never hit these limits. But just so you're aware, and to be honest, there are limits so that I'm not spending so much money. I'm already spending 2,000 plus a month on this, but to keep that price down so that it stays free. And so if you do want unlimited access, if you are the 5% power user who wants access to unlimited back tests, unlimited screener searches, unlimited trade ideas, and things like that, then you can do that by getting unlimited access through the Options Auto Trader. So every single Options Auto Trader member has free access to the unlimited version of the Options Trading Toolbox. And if you don't have an OAT account yet, once you're inside the Options Trading Toolbox, underneath more free trading resources, there's an Options Auto Trader little button there. You can see I highlighted it in red. If you click on that, it'll show you how to start a 14-day free trial to the software. And once you have a trial to the software, or once you have an account, then you'll be able to connect your Options Auto Trader account to the Options Trading Toolbox. And guess what? You'll unlock unlimited access. Super simple. Again, not 95% of you will never hit these limits. I just want to be honest with you that 5% of you might. And if you do, this is how you unlock it. But regardless, I hope you enjoyed that. Is that a good Christmas gift? Are you guys enjoying it? Have you guys started playing around with it? If so, would love to see some thumbs up. Make sure we're on the right track here. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you how I use it. And then from there, what I'll do is I'll then start taking questions. I'm seeing a couple thumbs up, awesome, sweet. I will put inside of the chat here the direct link to go to the site so that you can create it for yourself. It's optionstradingtoolbox.com. Cool. Thumbs up, sweet. Let me stop sharing my screen. Let me pull up, or I share a different part of the screen. Oh, actually, I just share this, right? And then I escape out of it, I think. Okay, cool. This should be sharing my screen. Can you guys see the Options Trading Toolbox right now? Let me know in the chat. Make sure before I go any further. Can you guys see the page that I'm on? Yes. Perfect. All right. Thank you, Todd. Thank you, Don. All right. Here we go. Let me walk you through some of the stuff here and how we use it. Then I'll open it up to Q&A here in a second. I want to keep this short because I appreciate you guys spending time here on your Saturday. This is the Options Trading Toolbox. If you're not logged in, you can click the create or get started free here, and that will allow you to use all the tools. About half these tools can be used without an account. Might as well fully use it. It's just a free account. Anyways, options back tester. Love this thing right here. Once you have a lot of back testers, it's super awesome because you can just filter by the date you created it, by the profit and loss, by the ticker strategy, all that stuff. So you can easily filter through what you want to see. I also love the layout of the page. Again, we use trading view charts to display this because I just love trading view charts. And so now you can get that based on your back test analysis. You can see exactly what's going on with these trades. It shows you the back testing metrics, all the things that you want to know about your returns. What I personally like looking at is the number of trades. I want to make sure I'm over 100. That kind of gives me a good case study. I like my win rate to be anywhere above 80%. Really depends on my average win and my average loss. It really just depends on that. But that's what I'm looking at. Then I'll come here to average return per trade. So you can see here 32.95%, which is awesome. I want this to be a positive number, aka green. Why? Because the average return is factoring in both wins and losses. There's other things you could look at here as well, like the MAR ratio and the Sharpe ratio, max drawdown, things to better understand what is going on. But I also like to look at this, my average win and my average loss. Now, again, I didn't really set strict risk levels on this. So this average loss is quite large, but if I was looking to actually trade, this would be way too large. It's not something I would trade, but that just helps you understand. And then CAGR shows you your average percentage return per year. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. You can also see a back test summary. That's one thing that I've been wanting inside of a back tester is for it to just in plain English explain if this is a good back test or not. So if you're new to back testing, to my knowledge, and I've used a lot, this is the only back tester that goes that just explains bottom line, this is what's going on. So it says, hey, it's this over this time period. These are the key data you should looking at. This is how you just decipher the Sharpe ratio. This is how you decipher the risk. Bottom line, this is what you can look at from the strategy, whether it looks promising or not. You can do that. So again, I wanted to make this so simple to use that anybody could use it. So now you can go out there and back test and just read this summary and get a brief understanding instead of looking at these metrics, how good is this strategy and what I should tweak. I also see the trade log here. Again, this is just beautiful of the trades across time. Just to show you here, you can click on action to see all the details behind the trade, including the price history of that chart, what it had done, all that stuff like that. Taking a bit longer to load, probably because I'm using a lot of internet with Zoom here, but you can see all that data here. What I also love is you can easily tweak the settings of the strategy right here. These are all the settings of this back test. And I can just tweak them and then rerun the back test all from one spot. But what I also love is if you rerun a back test, like this back test is rerun based on another back test, instead of me having to switch between different pages or different back tests to see which one did well, it shows you in a brief high-level overview how the previous back test did. So this back test was based on another one, and this back test shows me the overall performance, the win rate, and the max drawdown so that I can compare it to this one at a brief view instead of having to switch between multiple pages back and forth. I can also just click on this one to go straight to that back test as well. Anyways, that's the options back tester. If you want to use it, click on new back test. You'll have the ticker, time frames, the strategy. You can actually pick a strategy. Maybe you want to do a put credit spread. Again, same things. You're going to sell a put, the delta 30, 45 days out. You're going to buy a put and you're going to go $5 below this one by saying offset from previous leg and so all that, and then run back tests. If you want to know the best ways to run back tests, I don't want to get into all the details here. Click on more free tools, click on help desk. I recorded a specific help desk video for everything you want to look at. So for instance, if we go down here to the bottom, probably on this page, but go to back tester, you can click on read article and there's a dedicated video explaining in depth the best practices around how to run the back test and how to do it, as well as a complete written article on it. So every single feature and tool in this software, go to more free tools, go to help desk, and it will walk you through exactly how to trade or how to use those tools. Anyways, that's the back tester. Hope you guys are able to go put it to good use. The option screener does take a bit to load on the initial page. I am working on improving that. But again, we're looking through 3 million plus options contracts at any given moment. So it's a lot. Let's see here. 266,000. And that's because I'm already filtering through some things. So many amazing filters, basic information, symbol, price information, options, Greeks, volatility, earnings and dividends, dark pool orders, open interest, volume, all this stuff. Anything you want to search by to find your perfect contract, you can. Once you want to learn more, you can click on that contract by clicking on details. That will open up all the details about this and show you exactly everything you need to know about that contract to see if it's something that you want to trade or not. You can also save filters. Maybe you have a perfect dividend screener where you're like, I want to screen for dividends every single time. Then you can save that filter, click on a name, be like, this is my dividend searching filter or whatever it is. And you can save that filter so that when you come back in the past, you can load filters and you can go to your saved filters and just instantly pull those up so they don't have to preload it. So all that's in there. Again, you can save filters once you have a free account so that we have an account to save it to. Next is the strategy screener. This is where we actually construct different strike prices. Our algorithm goes through to find the best setup. And here's an example. We can filter by all the same things, but we also have strategy metrics in here, which is probability of profit, return on capital, win rate, all these amazing factors. So you can see here, I have a SPY, put credit spread 30 days out, 85% chance of making money, and then an 8% return on capital. So not too bad. I prefer a higher return on capital. Ooh, the iron condors gets quite large. It's not too bad. So I can see all this stuff here. I can also click on details of this, and it will show me all the details behind the strategy. And then I also have a visualize button. The visualize button is really cool. So if I click on visualize, it takes me over to the options calculator, and it shows me a look at what's going on here. And so it's super cool to see that listed out there as well. Sweet. All that's in there. Now let's go to trade ideas. Trade ideas allows you to see what's going on. And so when we're looking at trade ideas, what I want to highlight here is this button right here. It says view details and trade likes. So if I click on this, it shows you this, but it shows you the strategy rules, the entry rules, the trade details, the trade profit, the stop loss, the management. All of this stuff is listed here. Why? Because I want you to know exactly why this is placing a trade. You can also see all the trade like details here. Sell one at this, buy one at this, and then the trade reason. Why is this a good trade in this market right now? That is there for you. You can look at those and filter by what you want. So that's there on the trade ideas. Gamma exposure is super cool because even if you don't know how to read gamma exposure, I should put the max pain on the chart so that you can see the difference. AKA, hey, this is where max pain is for this contract. Here's where it's currently trading. This could tell you that there's a good chance that the market pulls back, has a pullback to this level. What does that tell you? It means I could potentially trade something like a call credit spread. I could potentially buy a put, something like that. And so this helps you decide, okay, cool. If the stock's here and it's likely to finish here based on the max pain data of this gamma exposure chart, then maybe I should be looking for a call credit spread trade. Cool. You bump over to the strategy screener. You look at a call credit spread trade like this, 11% return on capital. Perfect. This might be the good trade. Let me visualize it. You click on visualize, and now you can see what is my max loss, my max profit. How does it play out? Maybe I want to see how is it going to be impacted if volatility rises, if volatility decreases. And now just look at that. We found a very good trade all in one little go, right? We started at gamma exposure. We found what likely direction is going to happen. We jump over to the strategy screen or even trade ideas to find a good idea. Then we map it out visually to understand the trade. And just like that, we're basically done. That's how amazing the options trading toolbox is. It does all of this stuff in one. It all links between each other. Put to call ratio, again, you can see here. What I also like is if you see something crazy happening on the put to call ratio, like something like this, where you have 8.13, which is way larger than the average is 1.83. So that means for this expiration date, 29 days out, there's a very large put to call ratio difference. So if I know there's a lot of activity happening here, then what I could do is I could look at the GEX data for this specific expiration date to see all that stuff. So I just click on GEX data, and it's going to load the GEX data for that specific expiration date. So now I can see where it's pulling the market, where we're pulling up, and we have a lot of volume moving in and different things like that, all from one place, interlinking in between each other. We also have dark pool orders here, which I really like because not only are we showing you the dark pool orders and what they're like, the volume, the block, all that stuff, but what I also enjoy is it plots out the major lines on the chart. So I can see, wow, there's a lot of activity here and here. What does this tell me? If the market starts to sell off, there's probably going to be a strong support level here. There's going to be a very strong support level here and a very strong support level here. If I'm on my way up, it's going to be the same, but with resistance, right? So this shows me key levels to watch out for by plotting it on the chart and not just giving me dark pool data, but showing me how to turn that data into actionable trade ideas and how to help decipher the chart. Also have insider trading if you want to track that. All our favorite and best trader, Nancy Pelosi, you can just look her up and see what she's doing. You can also click on her and see all of her recent details. You can also click on the symbol Apple and see who's all traded Apple, all that fun stuff there. Those are all the major features and tools. How I personally use it is I love going through the strategy screener just to see what's working out right now. I do reference the gamma exposure. I like knowing on a 30 and 60-day time frame where is the max pain, where is it likely to pull, just so that I have a better idea of what to expect in the market. I typically do the same trades based on my same setup. They're all my bots set up to run, to adjust to the market. My bots just run, but this tells me what to expect. This tells me, hey, I should potentially expect some red in the account for the next maybe month or so, and then see some more green. So it just gives me a better expectation on what to come. Again, you can obviously trade based on this as well. And then I also love doing the profit and loss visualizer and all that there. Now, one thing I do want to mention is that if you want to unlock unlimited access and you want to the options auto trader to integrate more thoroughly with the options trading toolbox, you can do that by going to the options auto trader, watching this video, learning more about it, and starting a 14-day free trial here to the options auto trader. Once you start your 14-day free trial, you can easily connect the two accounts by going to your profile settings. Underneath the options auto trader, mine is already connected, so I have a revoke access button, but you would see give access button, and then you could connect them. Now, what's the beauty of connecting them? Not only do you unlock unlimited access to all the tools, but you also unlock private backtests and you unlock the ability to pull in your bots for different things. So look at this, the options calculator. You can see here, because I'm connected, I see this button called Analyze Out Trades. I can click on Analyze Those Trades. It shows me all the open trades that I have. And then I can just click on one. Okay. So let's see, SPY credit spread. I can just click on this. And now it charts out the exact trade for me right here and what I can look at. So just like that, I can instantly analyze my trades inside my options auto trader account. But not only that, the options back tester, right? I can back test my old bots as well. I click on back test out bots. It shows me all of my bots that I have here. Let's say I want to run the SPY 45 DT credit spread. I click that and now it preloads the exact settings that I have for the bot and how it runs and everything in here, from the take profit, the stop loss, so that I can back test the bot, tweak the settings, and then go into the options auto trader and change those settings to make my bot even better. That is the options trading toolbox from a glance. If you haven't yet, go to optionstradingtoolbox.com, create your free account. It's free forever. Most people will not hit the limits, which means that you can literally use all of these tools for free every single day. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little demo and walkthrough. I'm not going to get to it, but we're going to get to the Q&A section here now. I'm going to keep sharing my screen here in case I need to walk through stuff to better show this. But make sure to create your free account at the optionstradingtoolbox.com. And if you haven't yet, create a free trial to the Options Auto Trader, our automation software, so you can unlock full access and also use bots. Anyways, I'm going to look at the chat now. I'm popping it open so that I can get to questions. So if you haven't put in a question, or if you did in the past, please re-add it, because I'm going to be reading from the bottom. Okay. Matthew said, sorry, joining late. Can we do custom backtester too? Of course, options backtester. Click on this yellow new backtest button. You can backtest however you would like. There's so many settings here already, and it's only getting better. If you want more information on what each field means, like what exactly does this do? What exactly does this do? What does this do? Go underneath more free tools, go under help desk, type in backtester, and there's a video where I walk through, I don't know, it's probably like a 15-minute video, each different field, what it means, how it adjusts the back test, and how to use it yourself. So all that's in there for you by default. Again, I wanted to give it to you Also, another one of the free tools that I want to mention regarding backtest is if the backtest is public, you can search through it, which is super fun. So you can look through, hey, let's look through all the Apple strategies. Oh, I probably need to fix that. Maybe there's not in the Apple. Oh, so it's by, yeah, I'll fix that. We're still working through some issues here, okay? If there are issues or any feature requests, guys, once you're logged in, you should see this button, feedback and bug reports. And you can show either a general feedback, bug report, feature requests, all that there. And that comes straight to me. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the next question. I'm going to see this more than once. Is it being recorded? Yes, it's being recorded and it will be up on the Options Trading Toolbox YouTube channel soon. But don't worry, I'll also send an email out for that. John says, this is an incredible amount of work. I appreciate your dedication and thoughtful sharing. Thank you, Austin. Truly my pleasure. Merry Christmas. This is my gift to you guys. Obviously, I do have some selfish motives because I'm trying to get more emails to help grow the options auto trader. But regardless, even if you never use the options auto trader, this is still super valuable to you guys. It's the first ever that I know of free back tester, free screener, and free gamma exposure that you guys can use. Hope you guys enjoy it. Play around with it. Share it with your friends. It would mean the absolute world to me. Again, I like literally heads down almost 8 hours, 10 hours a day building this for the last, for sure, two months, but 3 months definitely. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Okay, next question is RD says, does it have futures options? Right now, it only does everything but futures options. ETF, index, stock, it does, but currently does not do futures options at the moment. We'll be working on that. Terry says, can you show me the free limits again? Thanks. Yeah, of course. The free limits, again, most of you guys won't hit. They're also daily limits. So underneath pricing plans right here, 10 back tests per day, 10 screener searches per day, 10 trade ideas per day, 10 GX searches. That's basically the free plan, which again, I expect 95% of you guys to be able to use this tool with no problem, never hitting the limits. If you do, no worries, they reset every single day. So, you can come back every single day and reuse it. If you did want to start a free trial to the options auto trader to unlock the unlimited plan, you can do that as well. So yeah. Don says, if we don't have the unlimited bot program, can we still link our bots with the options trading toolbox? Unlimited bot program. Any member of the options auto trader can use this. So it doesn't matter what plan you're on, from our cheapest to our highest tier, you all have access to the trading toolbox with it. If you click on more free tools, if you don't have a options auto trader yet, click on this, and this will allow you to start a trial to it. But if you already do, underneath the help desk section, click on options auto trader, or I should say how to unlock unlimited access. Sorry. And there's a video showing you how to connect your options auto trader account to the option toolbox. Yeah, how to connect to the options auto trader. And so there's a video that walks you through that here. It works for any plan. James Damasio says, is intraday data in the toolbox? Yes, intraday data is in the toolbox. It's updating every 15 minutes of the day. It's being updated. The back tester does not have intraday data yet. So you can only do end of day data for the last 15 years. That's still super amazing and great for, what you call it? Still great for long-term strategy. So if you're trying to do zero DTE, you won't be able to do that right now, since we don't have intraday data for the back test yet. But if you're doing long-term strategies like I am, you only need the end of day data really. And so you'll be using that, but it will be coming in the future. Jeff Wood says, have you stopped the credit spread alerts? Nothing since 12/15/2025. I'm not quite sure what you're referring to there. If we go here, maybe referring to this. I'm not too sure. Maybe trade ideas. Yeah, not exactly sure to refer to. If you clarify, I'd love to answer. Rick says, futures options available yet? Not yet on this. Is the 112 strategy included here? No, because the 112 strategy is primarily a futures options strategy. However, you can always backtest it. Like you can see here, new backtest. If I backtest an OAT bot, I do have a 112 bot. And because there's no ES, it defaults it to SPX. And then you can see here, 112. So again, you can see here, I can backtest the 112. I can do all that for you. So yeah, you can literally backtest that right there. Terry says, is there a discount to join the options auto trader? No, but there's a 14-day free trial. So you can get started on that. This is the first time ever that I'm really doing a free trial. You typically have to pay for the data usage up front, but there's a free 14-day trial for people who want to try it. If you go to more free tools, options auto trader walks you through that there. Reynolds Lee says, definitely echo John's sentiment. Thank you so much. Truly my pleasure. If you guys want to, if you want to thank me more, share it with your friends. It would mean the world to see where all this is going and who's all accessing it. I truly want this to help people, although I do have my selfish motive. I do know that this is a tool that would have meant a lot to me and that really helps me in the beginning of trading. So I really hope that it does that for you as well. How do I get Discord access? When you're creating your account to the Trading Toolbox, you can connect your Discord account, or if you didn't, you just use name and email, it's fine. There's a click on your profile and there's join Discord right here. It'll allow you to join Discord as well. Oh, yes. Also to clarify, download app. I did my best to get it on the App Store as well. So it's already on the Android App Store. So if you want to use this on your Android phone, you can. So you can use this inside the Android App Store, which is fun. Let me move this. The iOS App Store, I'm still working on. I've tried multiple times. They've rejected it each time. So I'm working on that, but you can on the Android app. Yeah. So not only is there a website, but there's a mobile app. Insane. Anyways, Judith says it's amazing. Thank you for all your work on this and the generosity to it. Of course, truly my pleasure. John Roberts says, does gamma exposure incorporate dynamic volume or only options and open interest? Right now, it's just looking at open interest. It will look at volume, but I don't know what you mean by dynamic. I assume you mean by like the changing of the volume. It's not looking at that as of right now. So we go here to gamma exposure. You can look at, I guess it's not showing volume. I thought it was showing volume. Yeah, I guess it's just showing the open interest right now. If you want it to include volume, just leave me a feedback and say, hey, I want volume because of this and this. If you leave a feedback or feature idea, please give me a real life example of how you use that tool. And that helps me understand the workflow behind it. So yeah. Ray Reynolds says, I may have missed it, but does this provide a risk graph in real time? Yeah. So if you go to profit and loss visualizer, you can look at a graph in real time. So with the current price and everything, the current options price, current stock price, I'll just quickly populate, I guess, a debit spread I have. So you can see here, this is a real life price of what's going on. I can also show the P&L table of, okay, the current price is around 690. I can see what it's like here. And then I can also adjust these numbers to see how that impacts things. All right. Another question is, hey, Austin, thank you very much. My question is the one DTE trading data accurate? I want to backtest one DTE. So the start price data is taken from the previous day and the end of day close from the one DTE. Yeah. So one DTE will work, but it will be better once, I should say more accurate once the intraday data is there. So if you're doing longer terms, like anything after 7 days, 7 days or greater. So if you're backtesting a 30 DTE strategy, a 60, 90, 120 DTE strategy, this is going to be perfectly accurate for what you need. If you're doing something shorter, like a 1 DTE or 0 DTE, it will just be better once it's intraday, but you can still see what the 1 DTE results are going to show. Yeah, so the backtester alone took me like almost a month, just like to build out, to make it good, to make it right, add all these features, but then also like for accuracy. So like I back tested it myself and then I ran it against 2 or 3 other different options back testers just to make sure we're as accurate as possible. And then also it takes a while because once you back test something, you then have to like historically go through it and be like, okay, cool. Let me look at all these trade logs and make sure that all this data to my knowledge is correct. And yeah, so that was, anyways, all of that. It's as accurate as I can make it. It's pretty accurate, like almost 100%. Again, except for the shorter term, like 1 or 0, because there's no intraday data yet. Hope that makes sense. Charlie says, do you need a different subscription from OAT? Nope. Any options auto trader subscription works. It means you'll unlock bots. You'll be able to do stuff like that, but you'll also get unlimited access to the options trading toolbox as well. Again, you can still completely use this tool for free without ever using the options auto trader. If you do want to unlock unlimited access and things like that, you can start a 14-day free trial by going to more free tools, options auto trader, and starting a 14-day free trial there. Todd Doodley says, which broker companies work with the options auto trader? Great question. We have a lot of them and we have more coming. That's my next project, is adding more brokers. But if you go to www.optionsautotrader.com, you can watch a demo of it. You can also see we connect to Tastytrade, Charles Schwab, Tradier, TradeStation, and we have our own paper trading. Here are the brokers I am approved to integrate with and will be integrating soon, starting with E-Trade, then Robinhood, then Moomoo for international people. Yeah, we also provide the options bots for simpler trading, trading made simple, T2 markets, futures fanatic, options with Davis, and more. We've been around for 2 years and doing a lot of great things. I have an email coming out soon about everything that we've accomplished, the number of bots made this year, profits made this year. It's truly astounding. Eric says, still learning. I got the ODA. Thank you. I don't know what that means. Options trading. I don't know. William says, hey, Austin, I pasted my API connection OTT to my OAT, but my subscription in OAT still says free account. Should I worry about that or do I need to do anything? Where does it say free account? I don't know where it says free account. As long as you go to your settings underneath the options auto trader, and if it says options auto trader is connected and active, then you're good to go. You have unlimited access. I don't know where it's saying free plan still, but if it is, just shoot me a message inside of feedback. I'll make sure that gets fixed. But as long as your options auto trader shows revoke access because it's connected, then you're good to go. 10% credit spreads Discord will send email if you want with pictures. Oh, 10% credit spreads. Yeah, for sure. Send me an email and I'll send that out. Maduka. Can this tool allow customization slash build of an option strategy like a 112? Yeah, of course. Like I mentioned before, the options back test, you can back test it. I have a 112 here bot that I can back test. As you can see here, you can build out a 112 in the back tester. You can even go into the profit and loss visualizer and you can construct a 112 by doing these manual trades and things like that. Norman says, I have been in Austin's service before. He is always available, accountable, and gave actionable ideas. He's the real deal. Thank you, Austin, for this unbelievable tool. Thank you, Norman. I really appreciate that. Terry says, are you going to link options auto traded to interactive brokers in the near future? Or most likely no. I message them consistently once a month, and they consistently say no. They need me to be registered with the SEC as like a financial advisor, which it's not. It's a software. I try multiple different ways. As soon as they approve me, I will integrate. I'm hoping it will happen one of these days, but just not yet. As soon as they allow me though, I will drop everything and work on it because I know a lot of people want that. Will you ever pull Fidelity into the bot program? I would love to use Fidelity. Fidelity is so old fashioned though, both good and bad. I do have a lot of money at Fidelity because I like their old fashionedness, but they do not have any way to integrate with anything. So like you need an API from a broker to integrate, and Fidelity does not, and at their moment say will not offer it. Does the bot work with futures? Yes, the bot works with futures. So if you're on Tastytrade and you're using a futures account, you can trade futures options. Almost all of my strategies that I run with my bots that have made me money is the futures options strategy. One of my accounts alone made like 20 grand. I think it's 21,000 right now. So we're going to end the year about $21,000 of profit. And that's purely from one bot. That's a futures options bot inside of the options auto trader. Maduka says, great. Thanks for sharing this all-in-one robust tool. Well done. Thank you. I hear things like NinjaTrader and Sacro Bank. Again, those are futures. This is an options trading tool. The options auto trader allows you to automate your options trading. NinjaTrader, I believe, as a futures broker, and Saxo Bank as well. So yeah, I'll look into it, but I don't believe. All right, guys, looks like that is all the questions that we had mainly about the features and tools, which is awesome. Just a recap. This is your all-in-one options trading toolbox with a back tester, a screener, a strategy screener, dark pool tracker, options calculator, gamma exposure, trend ideas, inside trading, put to call ratio, all this stuff that's replacing a ton of tools and more for literally free. Now, the limits I put on this is very generous, but also helps me not spend way too much money. I'm already spending multiple thousands a month for this to run for you guys. So this is my gift, end of year 2025, to say thank you guys so much for being a part of my list, my followers this year. It means the world to me. Here is your free tool to do whatever you want with, whenever you want with. Please share it with your friends and family. Give it a try. Use it daily. And I really hope it helps you out. If you have any questions, help desk is right here. If you have any features, bug reports, or anything like that, you can click this button once you're logged in to leave that for me, and I'll see that directly. All right, guys, once again, thank you so much for showing up for the live training. It means the world. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. And yes, enjoy it. And I'll get back to you at the new year. I'll start posting more on YouTube, and we'll do more live trainings together. All right, guys, enjoy your day. See ya.